Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Again, I'm up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania with my brother-in-law Fred, and we're in the mountains right now hunting, and we're shooting a couple deer. So I know this recipe has been requested a lot from, I see online and in forums. There's not really a good one out there. So this is an old family recipe, and you know, I like to share and have people enjoy things like I do. So this recipe here is a bologna recipe, and when I make this, it tastes just like one of the Lancaster County bologna companies. I can't say their names here, but they make the Lebanon and sweet Lebanon bologna. This one here tastes just like the sweet Lebanon. So with that in mind, we're going to get started. All right, so here's the ingredients in today's recipe. And please forgive me, my camera might be moving a little bit. I left my tripod at home, so I'm doing this freehand. All right, so today's recipe, this is a 5-pound batch. That's 5 pound of burger right there, beef hamburger. If you're going to use wild game, which is perfectly fine, you would use 4 pounds of wild game like deer and 1 pound of beef with it because you need some of that fat content. So 5 pounds of regular hamburger or 4 pounds of wild game with 1 pound of beef. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so here's my brother-in-law Fred. He's going to help mix this together. So there's our little meat mixer. It's a little 15-pound meat mixer here. We're going to put the 5 pounds of hamburger in there, Fred. And then we're going to put a 1/3 cup of Morton's Tender Quick. And that's the key to this, the Morton's Tender Quick. Can't use curing salt because it doesn't give it the right flavor. So we're going to go, what's that say there? So
it's half.
Yeah, okay. Here, let me pour it a little bit out. Again, sorry about the camera moving around here. There we go. We're going to put that in there. And now we're going to get, here, 6 tablespoons of liquid smoke. And at the end, I will have this recipe. So 6 tablespoons. Here we go.
1. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's it. Okay. And then we're going to put in there 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Right here is going to mix it up. Again, apologize for the camera moving around so much. But when you make this recipe, it'll definitely be worth it. Okay. You're going to put in a 1/4 cup of water. And star of the show, cane syrup. We're going to put in 1/2 cup of that. Now you can add more of this if you want it sweeter. I am actually going to use something different here because I do have some optional things listed on my sheet right here. So we'll just make the regular sweet Lebanon sweet bologna first, and then I'll give you the options if you want to make it taste more like the regular Lebanon bologna. And there's one other thing I'm going to do to sweeten this up. Okay. While he's getting all that last little bit of goodness out of that cup. Okay, now we're going to go to half a teaspoon of onion powder. We're getting down to the ingredients here.
Half.
Half a teaspoon, or tablespoon, I mean. Yep, you're right. Okay. Then we're gonna go 2 tablespoons of ground mustard. And then we're going to go 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder.
Half.
Half. And then we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Tablespoon, yep. Now, here's one of my optional things because, like I said, this is pretty sweet already with the brown sugar and the molasses in there or the king syrup, but I want it just a little bit more. So I want it to be like the double smoked Lebanon bologna where it's really sweet and got a little bit of that extra kick. I'm using honey granulars in that. So we're going to put 1/4 cup of the honey granulars in there. Now, the other, like I said, the other thing is you got the regular Lebanon that got that little twang or tang to it that some people like, some people don't. So you got the regular Lebanon bologna and you got the regular sweet Lebanon bologna. I'm making the regular sweet Lebanon bologna. If you wanted that extra little tang that you get, you would use the same recipe, but you would add 1 tablespoon of accent. You need that for the citric flavor to give it that little pop. And that was the only thing I'm leaving out on this one because I like the sweeter. I don't like the straight Lebanon. I like the regular sweet Lebanon. So this is what's going to go in there. Now we're going to mix this for approximately 20 minutes or so in this mixer until we start to get protein extraction. If you don't have one of these little mixers, and that's perfectly fine, you can hand mix this until you see that everything is mixed together and it starts sticking to your gloves. You just keep squeezing it and working it and squeezing it and twisting it and working it just like you would meatloaf, but you just go a little further because you want the protein to start to extract from the meat and get all sticky. And that's exactly what you want. So we get this mixed up, we'll be right back. Okay guys, so you can see in here how we mix this together and we got protein extraction. See how it's sticking to my hand? So that's a good, that's a good protein extraction there. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get this so that it's really sticky and holding on to everything. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of this meat mixer. You're going to put it in a bowl or some kind of something to be able to store in the refrigerator. We're going to store this for 24 hours in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow we'll get to the next step of stuffing it and smoking it. Okay guys, we'll see you on the next one. Okay guys, so after 24 hours, this is what it looks like now. So now we're going to put in, now not everybody's going to have a stuffer like this one. This is a commercial stuffer that we use here at deer camp because we make a lot of our own bologna and sticks and all kinds of stuff like that. So we're going to put this and load it in here, and then we're going to stuff it in the tubes so we can put it on the smoker. All right, we're going to load this bad boy in here. And again, this is only 5 pounds. All the ingredients I gave you was for 5-pound batches, so if you have 20 pounds, obviously you just times it by 4. All right, push this down in there. Get her squished in there. All right, now I will load this in. Take her down. Now on this particular time, I am using the fibrous casings here. So normally I use the Muslim socks, but they're starting to get harder to find and they're getting expensive when you do find them. So I think I'm gonna have to switch over to these. They're still designed to take on smoke. Or what's nice with these is you can put them in the oven, and these can be, you could do all your bologna and everything in the oven. So the same with this recipe. If you wanted to do it in the oven, and if you didn't have a smoker, which a lot of people don't have either, you put it in the oven for 170, And that's just on warm, basically. You'll see 150 or 170 is your warming set, and then you leave them in there for the amount of time that's needed to be. So we're gonna run this down here. This plunger is gonna go down and push the meat out here. It's gonna take a second to get down. Let this air come out of it. £5 is going to take a while to get down there. This is a 20-pound pot. And each one of these fiber casings right here is a 2.5 inch by 20. They hold 3 pounds, approximately 3 pounds each. So that's why I'm going to need 2 of these. All right, we should be starting to push it out any second here. Here we go. We're going to take it right to the end, and we're going to push that down. And then what we're going to do here, I don't have the staples to put on here, so we're going to use our tape machine, and we're going to put that on. And when they're finished, that's what it's going to look like right there. We're going to hang it in the smoker. I'll do the second one of these. Alrighty, like I said, they hold about 3 pounds each, and that's another 2 right there, so that's pretty close to the bottom. Okay guys, we're going to get these on the, tape the end shut, and we'll come out to the smoker. Okay guys, now we're out here at the smoker. As you can see here, we got our jerky already in there. So I don't know where my hanging rack is, so we're just going to have to lay these in here, and then like every half hour I'm going to have to come out and roll them, just to get the, make sure the heat's equal and all around it. But yeah, that's gonna be good. Now, we're gonna smoke these at 170 for 4 to 6 hours. You want the internal temp to be 155 when it's complete. Okay guys, as you can see here, this has come out really good. It's been in the refrigerator and cooled. It's really sticky because I added all that extra honey to it. Man, that is real good. So, again, this is for a 5-pound batch. If you want it to be more of that Lebanon Bologna flavor, because they make the Lebanon sweet, and then just the regular straight Lebanon, you want to add the accent to give it that citric acid boost. So, man, this is a great recipe for just regular hamburger to make during the year, or when deer season hits, or any kind of other wild game you want to add. Remember, this is for a 5-pound batch, and you want, if you're going to use wild game, you want 4 pounds of wild game and 1 pound of beef for the fat content. Hope you guys enjoy this one and use it a lot. Thank you again.